December 24th, 1914, the Western Front. For months, men had lived in mud and fear, surrounded by barbed wire, machine guns, and shell craters. Then, on a freezing night, the sound of gunfire stopped, replaced by the faint tune of a Christmas carol. The First World War had already claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Soldiers huddled in trenches thought they'd be home by Christmas. Instead, they faced endless misery. But that night, along stretches of the Western Front, German troops lit candles on their trench lines and sang Stille Nacht. British soldiers, recognizing the melody, joined in with their own voices, Silent Night. At dawn, small groups of men climbed out of the trenches, unarmed. They waved, calling out greetings. Against all rules of war, soldiers from both sides cautiously stepped into no man's land. Instead of bullets, they exchanged handshakes. They shared what little they had: chocolate, cigarettes, buttons from uniforms, and photos of families back home. Some swapped caps or badges as souvenirs. The language barrier didn't matter. Laughter carried across the battlefield. In some places, the truce grew bolder. Soldiers produced a football, battered and worn. On that frozen ground, men who hours earlier had tried to kill each other kicked the ball back and forth, playing until they collapsed in laughter. It wasn't about goals. It was about remembering they were still human. Letters home tell the story best. One British soldier wrote, "I wouldn't have missed it for the world." A German soldier wrote that he hoped the truce meant the war might soon end. For a brief time, soldiers weren't enemies, just men longing for peace. By December 26th, officers ordered the war to resume. Guns replaced carols, and bloodshed returned. But for those who experienced it, the memory of that night endured. The Christmas Truce of 1914 didn't end the war, but it proved something greater. Even in the darkest conflicts, humanity can't be silenced. For one night, the world saw what peace looked like.